Hey guys, so as you can see, this is not the normal car. I'm going to be doing a first drive on the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is my dad's new car. And so I'm going to be kind of comparing it to my Performance Model Y. Kind of not, because they're not really on the same level, I guess, performance-wise. So I'm just going to kind of review the car overall and try and not compare the performance, because it's like comparing apples to oranges at that point. So let's get to it. So first thing I noticed when I get into the car is that the car has a start and stop button, which I think is kind of a little bit weird because it's an EV. I guess I'm just used to the Tesla where basically you get in and you just drive. You don't have to push any buttons to go. And so, I think Hyundai is probably doing that more for like the kind of newer advanced ICE cars that have a push start button. So I think that's why they have it there, to kind of make it sort of like more closer to an ICE car. But so that's that, and I just think it's a little bit weird, but every car company has their own things they want to do. All right, so first thing I noticed about this car is it does have like a creep type of setting. I'm not sure if you can turn that off, so I don't know how to really use the car. So it does have a creep setting. I have it set on, let's see, iPedal, which is basically the equivalent of one pedal driving. So I have that set as well. And I have it, there's different regen settings as well. So I have it set on the max regen because I want to try to compare it to, Tesla's regen and see how well it works. So we go driving down the street here. The car is really smooth, as it should be with an EV. Getting the car to go is effortless because it's an EV. So that's pretty good there. All right, so if we just take off here, yeah, for sure the car is effortless at moving off the line. Like I said, because it's an EV, so it's really smooth. It's really nice. Really like that. One thing I just noticed too is the steering wheel is not completely circular. For me personally, I guess this is subjective, I don't really like that. I'd rather have just a regular circular wheel. Another thing I noticed about the steering wheel too is it only has 2 points. Just on both sides here, instead of like the Tesla one where it's like a triangle where there's 3 points. Another subjective thing, I kind of like having it a 3-point steering wheel. But again, that's all personal preference for you. So if we try to do a real quick 0 to 60 here. Well, not 0 to 60 because I'm not in a 60 mile an hour zone, but that wasn't too bad. Actually, that was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. So the 0 to 60 on this car, this is the rear-wheel drive version, and they have the SEL variant, which is the middle variant. The 0 to 60 is 7.4 for this car. And that actually wasn't too bad. Obviously I try not to compare it, strictly just to Tesla because I have a performance, so of course it's going to be way faster. But that was actually not bad at all for just as a rear-wheel drive car. Obviously the performance has 2 motors, so it's going to be more powerful anyways, but for a single motor car, that was actually not bad at all. Of course, real smooth off the line. It went, decently quick for having 1 motor, and so not bad. I think this car would be really good for your everyday person, your average person who's not into performance. This car would be kind of perfect because it gets you around. It's really nice. It's smooth, and the 0 to 60 wasn't bad. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I think this car, I'm not sure if this is a California law, a federal law, what, but I think it's like 15, it's under a certain speed limit, the car has to make noise. So I don't know if you can hear that. Be quiet for a second. See if you can hear that. So this car makes a lot of noise just, because it's an EV, so it's silent. So obviously for pedestrians and things, it has this cool little kind of ring to it, little song when it goes under a certain speed. And so the Tesla doesn't have that. Just for backing up is the only time the Tesla has the UFO sound, but this one has it all the time when you're driving at low speeds. So just driving the car around too, the drive is real comfortable, it's real smooth, kind of floaty in a sense, so perfect for your non-performance type person that's just looking for a real comfortable ride. That's this car right here is real nice, not stiff. Steering is pretty comfortable as well. Again, it's not a performance car, so you can almost turn the steering wheel like butter, you know, with like one finger. Like my performance is not, I think it's not even on sport mode, it's just on comfort. It's pretty stiff. So this car is a lot more comfortable, it's a lot more soft, I guess you could say, in the steering feel. So of course, again, that's marketed towards the masses of people, and so I'm sure it's, you know, real comfortable for those types of people. And if we talk about regen here real quick, I do, like I said, I have it on max. I have it on iPedal, which is basically the one pedal driving. There's different levels you can change the car to. It's like at level 1 to like level 4, which is the iPedal, and so that is pretty good too. The regen is comparable, I would say, to Tesla, not quite as powerful, but it's still one pedal driving, so it's just an adjustment for you, you know, based on the car, how much, you know, farther back you need to kind of start letting off the pedal to have the car stop and not have to use the brakes at all. So yeah, the regen works really well in this car as well. And one thing I thought was kind of funny is on the navigation, you can actually see brand logos. So like I'm looking at the screen right here, I'm looking at Starbucks, and there's some McDonald's here too. There's like a burger logo, but you can actually see actual logos for actual brands. So I'll try and show you the Starbucks one. It's pretty crazy on this screen here, which is something that Tesla doesn't have at all. And so that's pretty cool that they have the actual logos from these actual big brands on the navigation. So if we try and do cabin noise, or look for cabin noise, it's not bad at all. Let's see if I can get on the freeway here, speed up a little. I would say cabin noise wise, this is probably, it's comparable to Tesla. I'm leaning towards, it actually sounds a little bit quieter than like my Model Y. Yeah, it's about the same. We'll go with that. Cabin noise is about the same on this car, which is fine because, you know, this isn't technically a luxury vehicle like a Model Y would be, or a Tesla, so that's fine there, no worries. The car is, you know, really nice on the freeway, smooth just like on the street, and, you know, you cruise around super easy. So overall, yeah, this car is definitely a, you know, competitor to the Teslas, the, you know, Model Y, since it's in the same class. If you're looking for, you know, a little bit of a cheaper car, I would definitely recommend this car because it's definitely a lot cheaper than Tesla's. But you have to hunt for it, you know, because it's a dealership car. But, you know, besides that, it's a lot cheaper. You still get the $7,500 credit. Actually, that may be going away pretty soon with this Inflation Act that's going to be enacted, but you'll still get at least a piece of it, hopefully. So there's that too. You know, this car I think is great for your everyday person. If you have home charging, that would be where it's really good to have this car, because you're not going to have the Tesla supercharger network. EA is still kind of building their network out, Electrify America, and I don't think it's really as, I mean, it's obviously not as good as Tesla, but they're not as reliable, which is kind of a big, like, that sucks. But if you have home charging, it's not an issue. I wouldn't worry about it, especially if you don't do long road trips. But yeah, this car is definitely, I think, great for the average everyday person that is not looking for performance. If that's you, then this is definitely a car you should look into as an alternative to a Tesla that's going to be cheaper for you. And it's going to have, you know, a lot of the same features, and, you know, it's a comfortable drive, really nice. It's an EV, so it's clean energy. If you have solar, that means it's going to be even super clean energy because it's 100% renewable. And so, yeah, I would definitely recommend this car if you're looking into an EV that's, you know, not a Tesla. So hope the first drive was helpful, and thanks for watching.